I legit waited a day after the game came out, meaning 4 days later, to play Ultra Instinct Goku, and I got to the #1 ranked spot with 100% win rate with Goku and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I am also not only using UI Goku, I'm using Kakunsa. Yeah, Kakunsa's fun as hell. I was also top 4 with Kakunsa in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero solos as well. I just also hosted one of the biggest Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournaments, and I think I need to help a lot of y'all get right, because I'm gonna be real with y'all, a lot of y'all suck. Man! Fuck, man! Don't take that too hard. Y'all get salty when somebody say y'all bad at something. Look, it's here to help y'all, alright? You gotta be mean. It's tough love. Tough love. So I'm here to give you 10 tips to improve fast at Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. These are things that I've seen from various streamers, players, and watching the tournament that they need to probably improve on, and you should probably need to as well. Believe me, the Budokai Tenkaichi series is very overwhelming. This game has a lot of mechanics, especially a lot of defensive ones, if you know what I'm saying. So y'all know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, and LGI, let's get it. Alright, this move sucks. Revenge counter. This move is really bad in Sparking Zero. Simply is when you did double L1. And the big problem I have with this move, why I don't recommend telling everybody to use this move, is because you're wasting 2 skill counts that could be used to something else, or just completely just playing neutral the proper way. Revenge counter is probably one of the weakest defensive mechanics in the games, because it's like, yeah, it gets you out of a situation, but it doesn't do anything that makes it worthwhile to use 2 skill gauges for it. It just gets them off of them, and you can do that with perception. Why use revenge counter? But I will give y'all a disclaimer though. Hold on, but I'll give y'all some reason why you might want to use revenge counter though. When they're in Sparking and they're doing just a rush auto combo, getting all that damage off, it's good at that point, especially to get them off you, because that could be mad overwhelming. That is when I would say the one instance to use revenge counter, and the other one is maybe towards low health, when you know you probably can die at that point, and completely get them off of you out of anything. Revenge counter is supposed to be like this game's breaker, but in a way it's just not as good or even worthwhile instead of just playing the game and learn how to do perception. You know what? I gotta bring my homie on. He's gonna teach you guys a quick tip on how to beat perception in Sparking Zero.
You can beat perception by using the new move they added in Sparking Zero called Vanishing Assault. It teleports behind them, so perception can't even counter it. You can beat revenge counters by vanishing. And vanishing is done by pressing guard in any direction. You can beat revenge counter by vanishing. Vanishing is done by pressing guard in any direction after a rush attack.
Also, let me add to Arrow's point. Thank you for coming through, bro. Literally, y'all be holding perception way too much. Like, y'all just hold it. And some of the times I'm like, okay, if I got meter, I'm just gonna blast you in the face with a super. Free damage you giving up to me. And if I see you doing it again, just YOLO and raw, I can grab you. There's a lot of scenarios that can be very damaging, and you just giving up the opponent free damage. Stop it. Stop it. Now, I talk about how we did the last recent Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournament, and I noticed a lot of people, even when I play them on rank so far, literally day 2 of the game being out officially, people are legit not using their skills. Well, some characters got some really broke skills and stuff like that, and After Image Strike is really good just to survive a lot of onslaughts and just play neutral. You can take more risk right there with After Image Strike active. You're not using it. Some characters have Sensu beans. I hate this character. This is my most hated character in the game. But like, at the end of the day, use the resources the games give you. And it's even worse. I see this so much. When you don't even try to go for a fusion or even trying to transform, why are you holding skill points? Use them. They're your resources to help you cook me or cook other people. Another thing is that y'all need to learn guarding in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. A lot of y'all just think holding this R1 button is the best way to block. This game kind of emulates a traditional traditional fighting game with its guard, except that it's an arena perspective versus being like a 2D one or a 3D fighting game. And for that example, let's go to Tekken. In Tekken, you have to block manually mid, lows, and highs. In Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you can move your guard up and down and wiggle it and do all these different things. If you see somebody go for a sweep, you hit down. If you see somebody go for overhead, you hold up. And then if you see somebody going for something really janky, you gotta hold square. But beware, power smashes will go through it. So a lot of times, get ready for your perception or a counter, or even vanish it. Now this tip will help you get right, because I did this literally frame one of my stream, and I did it for like at least a good 15 to 30 minutes straight. My biggest tip for you guys today is to make sure you guys go into training mode, practice battle training, and practice high-speed evasion. This can help you get out of almost every situation in this game every time. So literally, to use high-speed evasion, I just lab this out. Sometimes Piccolo just hits you. You got to be ready for it. And I like how it is, because it's not just like, all right, he's doing it in a predictable manner. It's like a burst. So it's really good to just practice how Piccolo does it. I'm not even good at the train. Like that kick right there, that one right there, that was probably one of the easiest, hardest things to vanish. I guess I'll throw another quick tip in here as well. The best way to get these high-speed counters off is backing away and doing it. That way you running into the hit will be so much easier for you to get the vanish off. See how I back away and did it? And if you feel like you can't get it off, just block early, man. Just test your best judgment. Or you can perception it. But, all right, I know this might be crazy. Hear me out on tip number 8 right now. Well, we probably way past number 8. We got hella more that I probably gave y'all. I'm nice. I didn't clickbait you. I gave you more. It's Christmas, my nigga. I highly recommend, before ever playing ranked or going online and playing this game, go in training mode and fight the CPU on super hard. Just fight with them for one reason, with the HUD off for 5 to 10 minutes and 10 minutes with the HUD on. Yes, it doesn't replace fighting an actual human or playing an online match, but hear me out. Essentially, I like practicing with the HUD off because I want to see if I can beat them to death without knowing what I have or relying on my resources. I want to get really good at just the base fundamentals of the game and getting stronger without having to use a lot of the resources or tech that's been found for the game so far. Fighting with the HUD off is kind of like playing Call of Duty in hardcore to me. You know, when you play Call of Duty and like hardcore is really good because you get to learn the maps better and then you get to learn players' tendencies. I treat that same logic here because in Sparking Zero, you can then change its height of battle, essentially with just learning how to get your high speed counters off and your Z counter. All right, Dragon Dash is really cheap in this game. You have so many ways to mix people up and get behind them a lot, like literally running away and then going into it, bursting and getting right behind them. It is a scary tactic in Sparking Zero, and it's the easiest way to get combos off and get behind players, especially if they're not aware of it. If you want to learn how to beat Dragon Dash, let's say I'm right here from the opponent. Whichever way I go, to the right or the left, you should move the opposite direction because the game shifts the camera and turns it to where they can't really get the back turn all the way off. Right now, that's one of the best strategies to deal with that move, or essentially fire Ki Blast. But a lot of times, most characters, no matter what, always do perception from the right side. So Kid Buu should be moving more to the left here when my Dragon Dash is active, just to get himself some distance and he doesn't lose free damage to being back turned or from getting that advantage that you get from landing a Dragon Rush. Shout out to Keon, he made a more in-depth video on this. I will link down below as well. All right, now I gotta talk to y'all about this one. This one gonna ruffle some feathers. Stop getting mad at people picking popular and strong versions and forms of the characters. You guys are upset that you see Gogeta Blue or freaking Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 or Ultra Instinct Goku. That is your problem. It's fighting games, it's ranked. You will see strong characters in your ranked pool a lot, especially if they're popular, cool looking, and they do cool stuff. It's like, it seems like a lot of people don't realize, like, if this is your first Tenkaichi game, I'll let you slap. But if you play any of the previous ones, you act like this was not gonna be the way the game was gonna work. Just because you got 182 characters, not everybody want to play with Frieza Soldier or be like me with Kunkunsa. Shit, y'all don't like Ribrianne. Y'all not barely even gonna touch Ribrianne, am I not? right? So here's the thing. When you play ranked, you're gonna see similar characters. And even if people use strong characters and win with them characters, and even if they play strong characters and win with those characters, it doesn't mean they're good or better than you. You can also pick the same characters and fight it out against them. If you really want to see who's stronger with the character, just because somebody wins with Master UI, like, oh my god, you're carry, you're trash. I've beaten multiple of them with Kunkunsa. I've beaten Broly, Gogeta with Kunkunsa, Kaba. Right? It is possible in this game if you have strong fundamentals, which is why I'm here to conclude my 10 plus tips to help you improve fast in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Dang, I hate how y'all be complaining about people picking strong characters in games. And y'all ain't got to like B5, or follow any like S rank players yet. Most of y'all haven't. I fought a couple S rank players. And legitimately, Yajirobe, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. It's your boy Avataryaya. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squala, peace, and I'm out.
And I swear I never felt like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe it's the death of me. Let my own worst enemy.
All right, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.